You want the chicken? You want the chicken? You. No. I was on Google searching for the country of Czechia, where one of the main search results was Czechoslovakia. So I was like, yay! And while watching some Oregon Trail playthroughs, I decided maybe I should do something for another country. And considering I just talked about Czechoslovakia, guess what you're going to learn about? If you don't know, the Oregon Trail is an educational game about the Oregon Trail. Anyway, to start off, let's talk about Czechoslovakia itself. This is Austria-Hungary, uh, consisting of the countries of Cisleithania and Transleithania. Inside these two countries, we have the Czechs in Austria or Cisleithania, and the Slovenians in Hungary or Transleithania. Now, here they don't really like the Austro-Hungarians because they oppress these areas in this patchwork of an empire. Most World War One, and really liked their country, not Austria-Hungary. So what happened was Czechoslovakia decided to make their own force. They made this flag from the Kingdom of Bohemia, which looks, well, a lot like Poland. And many Czechoslovakians in the Russian Empire really wanted the Russian Empire to give them some troops so that they could fight for their country. So, they did. Actually, when the Russian Republic came along, they gave them a lot. Anyway, considering this, it's kind of weird when Soviets came along. They really wanted the end of the war very badly because otherwise, their citizens would not be really happy. So, they really needed the Czechoslovakians out of their country as fast as possible. So they're like, hey, why don't you go to Vladivostok on the Russian Siberian Railway? The Czechoslovakian troops had 71,310. Their route was to Vladivostok so that they could exit from sea instead of exiting via a massive war zone. They were to start in Ukraine and go to the Trans-Siberian Railroad to exit. Now, on the way, they discovered a few Austro-Hungarian troops trying to enter Russia, the Soviet Union, to make them accept the peace terms. So naturally, they got them out of the way. We have our ways. Now, to get on this Trans-Siberian Railway, what they needed to do was discard almost all of their weapons. Well, except for personal guard weapons. So, yeah. Once they did that, they were able to get on the railroad. And now you see them on the railroad. Yippee. Now, one thing that happened when some lagging behind Czechoslovakian troops, because it's not really ideal to fit 71,000 troops on a train, met some Hungarian nationalists on another train, they ideally did not have a great time. So they ideally started fighting each other. Oh, it seems the Soviet police has decided to take the matter into their own hands and arrest some of these people. So they also gotta go. Now, why am I telling you about this? Well, this will be the start of the conflicts between the USSR and Czechoslovakia. They really distrusted each other because, it's obvious. The Russians really thought that the Czechoslovakians were there to spread capitalism. Meanwhile, the Czechoslovakians thought that these people were just trying to be more lenient to the others. And by others, I mean Central Powers. And you could really see how they felt, considering they just intervened to stop a fight with Hungarian troops. Now, with the now slightly drained Czechoslovakian troops, they soon met the Russian Civil War. And in the Russian Civil War, the Bolsheviks were pretty scared that the Czechoslovakians were going to use the rest of their arms to fight. So they told the Czechoslovakians to discard all their stuff. And naturally, the Czechoslovakians really didn't want to. So they joined forces with the White Russian troops and decided to fight for them. So they took over the Trans-Siberian Railway, like the entire thing. They continued capturing city after city after city on the railway. From Omsk to Vita, no city was safe. And along with this, you also got the Allied troops in Russia, ready to close in on the Germans and Austrians, but also ready to do anything to the Bolsheviks if they try to show any sympathy for that side. So in come the British and Belgian troops to help the Czechoslovakians. It's not really that much. They in total numbered only around 1,000. However, it's enough for the Czechoslovakians to stay happy. And then is that there were also American troops, notably in the northern areas near Finland, and also near the end at Vladivostok, for good measure. However, problems soon arose for the Czechoslovakians not able to continue to help the White Russians. One problem was that Czechoslovakia just declared independence, a reason for them to go home. Also, World War I just ended. And also, there was not really any point in being in Russia for the Civil War, as it didn't really do anything to them anymore now that World War I was over. The Czechoslovakians now had no reason to distrust the Bolsheviks, as now the Central Powers were gone. the Bolsheviks couldn't be lenient to the Central Powers if they were gone. So, what happened was that they signed a deal with the Bolsheviks, along with the rest of the Allies, to just leave. So, the Czechoslovakians left, and then in 1920 got a new flag that today is the flag of Czechia. The UK, well, went home. And Belgium, well, went home. And White Russia accused the Czechoslovakians of treason, then died. So were the Czechoslovakians really the winners since they escaped? Or was it the Bolsheviks since they retained their country? Well, if there are no losers in this battle, then there certainly is one winner. And that is no one. Not really anybody did anything. And with that is the end of the Czechoslovakian Trail. So, bye.